Hello everyone, welcome to this math video on introduction to percentage. And as we all know, since you all learn in primary school, a percentage is can be expressed as a fraction with 100 as the denominator, like this. Okay, and 1 whole equals to 100%. And the symbol, really, this symbol of percentage is really to represent percent. Alright, so percentage per se is not a unit, but it is just a notation. Okay, so let's discuss. This year's Model X phone sales were 100%, 150% of last year's sales. What does this mean? So when they talk about what does this mean, meaning we do need to offer some interpretation. And we do need to at the same time illustrate with an example. So the best is of course to give an example lah. So for example, last year's sales equals to $10,000. So this will be my last year's sales. Okay. And let's rewrite this year's sales were 150% of last year's sales. So therefore, this year's sales equal 150%, just put 150% of is largely similar to multiplication as what we learned in primary school of $10,000. And I'm going to do this step by step so that we can offer some interpretation eventually. Percentage, you know, must divide by 100 of these 10,000. And this one is actually 1.5 of $10,000. And eventually we arrive at $15,000. So it is at this point I would want to highlight this particular interpretation here, 1.5% of $10,000. So this one do offer us an interpretation. We can say that this year's sale were 1.5 times of last year's sales. As indicated by this 1.5%, 1.5. Alternatively, we can also say that this year's sales were 50% more than last year's sales. Alright, these are the some of the interpretation And with that, we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, please feel free to click on the subscribe button. Mr. Ryan Tan here, always happy to share with you how to solve math problems. Thank you and have a nice day. Hello everyone, welcome to this math video where we will need to convert each of the following with, do read carefully, Part 1, fraction, simplest form. Part 2, decimal. So for part 1, remember, percentage we always divide by 100. And this, if you use your calculator straight away, you can get the simplest form, fraction. And for part 2, as a decimal also, you can easily convert this into a decimal 0.55. For part B, 8% will be 8 over 100. Simplest form will be 2 over 25. And again, if I divide by 100 and convert it to decimal, 0.08. We have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, please feel free to click on the subscribe button. Mr. Tan here, always happy to show you how to solve math problems. Thank you and have a nice day. Hello everyone, welcome to this math problem. But do take note though, we have to convert each of the fraction into percentage. Please take note of the arrow. So how do we convert it? We have to multiply by 100%. And do take note, this percent is a notation, so it follows, and I just need to key into my calculator 3 over 5 times 100, that will give me 60. So let's continue. So 4 over 7 times 100%, and this will yield 57.143 percent to 5SF, followed by final answer to be given in 3SF. In this case, 57.1%. Let's move on to part C, where we would have 1.1. So using the same method, 1.11, I'm going to multiply by 100%. Okay, do take note the notation, because all I have to do is to calculate 1.11 times 100. That will give me 111%, and that will be the answer for this case. Alright, that will be the end of this part of the question, and let's move on to other questions. Hello everyone, welcome to this math video. We have a total of 900 books, so this will be my total number of books in the library. 300 books are non-fiction. Find the percentage of non-fiction books. So for part A, okay, so for this we would need to have percentage of non-fiction books. There are 300 of them, so 300 out of 960 times 100%, and I would arrive at the answer for this would be 31.2 0.25%. Done. For part B, the percentage of fiction books then would be simply, since altogether we have either non-fiction books and fiction books, and they all add up to 100%, if 31.25% are for non-fiction books, then all I have to do is simply using 100% minus of the percentage of non-fiction books, and I will get my percentage for fiction books. With that, we have come to the end of this part of the question. Let's move on to the next question. Hello everyone, welcome to this part of the example where we are going to try to express one quantity as a percentage of another. Alright, and in order to do that example, let's say I want to express a quantity X as a percentage of quantity Y, then all I have to do is to simply have X as a fraction of Y, X over Y, and I'm going to multiply by 100%. And at all times, do take note, this is the very important rule, is that, which I'm going to write down here, do ensure that the units are the same for the quantity. Okay, so let's move on to look at part A. Alright, let's look at this example here. Part A. Part A is straightforward, as we are required to express 15 cents as a percentage of 90 seconds, and using what we have just learned, the required percentage would then be simply 15 over 90 multiplied by 100%, and this will give me a value of 16.667%. Do take note, I only calculated 15 over 90 times 100 because the percentage is a notation out there. This is for 5SF. Final answer in 3SF, 16.7%. Alright, and for part B, do take note that the units are different. One is in 27 cents and the other is in dollars. So 27 cents as a percentage of $2. The very first thing, there's two methods I'm going to share with everyone here. So for method 1, I'm going to have the $2, sorry, convert it to 200 cents. And I can then find the percentage rather easily. 27 over 200. And I multiply by 100%. And again, when I key in the values and calculate, I only need the value for this part here, which would be 13.5%. Done. As for method 2, instead of converting the $2 into cents, I'm going to convert the 27 cents into $0.27, and therefore 0.27 over 2 times 100% will give me back the same answer, 13.5%. With that, we have come to the end of this problem. Let's move on to the next question. Hello everyone, welcome to this math problem where we are looking at the total storage space of a tablet. Alright, so the total is 64 gig. So this is what I usually like to do. So the total, which is 64 GB, this represents 100%, is going to be used by Word document, 35%, by PowerPoint, 15%, by mail. They don't give in percentage, also we also don't know, and the rest is free. 16 GB, which of course we will need to find the percentage. That should be the first step, so that we will be able to eventually zoom in on the percentage for mail, which is what they would want. So step 1, the percentage that is free is equal to 16 GB over 64 GB times 100%. This will give me 25%. So now I know this is 25%. So I will be able to get the percentage that's used by mail, and that will be 100% minus 35% from Word, minus 15% from PowerPoint, minus 25% that is available to yield the final answer, 25%. With that, we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, please feel free to click on the subscribe button. Mr. Ryan Tan here, always happy to share with you how to solve math problems. On that note, thank you and have a nice day. Hello everyone, welcome to this math video where we will need to find which canned drink has a higher percentage of sugar. So of course we will need to find the percentage of sugar for each canned drink. So the very first thing here would be, I would actually want to find the total mass. So for the canned drink, 39 plus 140, 179. And for canned drink B, 183. Once I have that, I will be able to find. And so from here, we'll be able to get First of all, for can A, sugar 39. So the percentage of sugar for can dream A will be equals to 39 over the total will be 179 times 100%. This will give me a value of 21.788% to 5SF followed by 21.8% to 3SF. And now I am going to move on to try and find the percentage of sugar for B. Here, I will have 33 over the total 183. 33 over total 183 times 100%. And let's see what percentage will this give me. 18.033% to 5SF followed by 18.0% to 3SF. And with these two values, I would then be able to get the conclusion at the side, comparing the two. So which drink has a higher percentage of sugar? The final answer would be drink A. With that, we have come to the end of this part of the question. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Hello everyone, welcome to this math problem where we will need to determine the percentage about the pricing of two shops. One is at the bookshop, one is at the toy shop. And let's look at part A first. Part A wants to determine by how many percent is the price of this board game more expensive at the bookshop than at the toy shop. That means we are actually comparing and the prices against the toy shop. So this has to be the original value that we are looking at. And for part A then, okay, first of all, the difference would be $20. The price difference is $20 minus this $16 to give me $4. And therefore I will need to know this 4%, $4, not 4%. What is the percentage required? Here will be this $4 over the original, in this case is $16, 100%. This will give me 25% more expensive. For part B, now we are going to see by how many percent cheaper at the toy shop than at the bookshop. Again, the bookshop now is the original pricing that we are actually trying to compare with. So the percentage that is required again is $4. But now, since we are comparing against and with the bookshop will be the pricing below times 100%. And this will give me 20% cheaper. So you can see how we compare does yield a different kind of answer, although the value $4 is the same. Which brings us to part 2 of this particular video, that Macy says that since the price of the board game is 25% more expensive at the bookshop, then all I have to do take note there is a typo error. This one should be 100%. Then the price of the board game at the toy shop should be 100% minus this 25%. Do you agree? Well, let's zoom in then at this 75% of the board game, of the price at the board game. Price of board game at the bookshop. Which is 75 over 100 of $20. This gives me $15, which is not equal to the $16 that is the price, which is the $16 which is the price at the toy shop. Basically, this symbol here means not equal, and therefore I do not agree. We have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, please feel free to click on the subscribe button. Mr. Ryan Tan here, always happy to show you how to solve math problem. With that, thank you and have a nice day.